He's one of our younger riders, just turned 15. He's been doing it several years now. Well, hopefully we'll be doing it. We run our bikes up to 365, although our main championship classes are 357, with a view to keeping the older machinery in use as opposed to all trick bikes and lightweight, so we can cater for big four-stroke rigids, and we make the courses so they can handle them, not too demanding for older bikes and older riders mostly. Right, well that's what we should be doing. Have we got a volunteer to set the logs up? Monk's uncle. There's a lot of us monks in this lot. He's a regular rider on that beast. Oh dear, not quite enough speed. Bit of a letdown, there you go. There we go, still aviate. Right, next machine is Steve Goodman on a very nice Enfield. Very nice.
Steve, that's the what's borrowed belt.
Good, good. Stu just having a slight problem, but he's made it. Well done, Stu. Only problem with that bike, if it gets stuck in a section, time it's spun its way out, there's no section left for anybody else. Tiger Cup. Quite slow for him. He's normally a modern motocrosser tearing around everywhere, but nevertheless he's a very good trials rider. Decided better than that. Of course, as people find out when they start to do trials riding, it can look quite easy, but it isn't necessarily so. As you can see, some of our riders go soft and have race sprung machines, but never mind, we'll manage on the rigid, some of us. He'll be complaining now, that's too tight, no doubt. Taverners,
And he then goes.
And he normally competes on a big rigid AJ. Very well he does on it as well. I don't think he can get used to the shortage of engine size. Oh, nearly, not quite enough speed. Well, fairly well done, keep trying, Andy. And next up we've got a Maxi, what is this, a telescopic fork, so I don't think it's a wartime bike, is it? Tell me a bit about it. Oh, it is a wartime.
1941, it's the first model with telescopic forks.
So, ahead of its time really.
Very, yeah.
Thanks a lot. Oh, you don't see many of these in the outside lane of the M1. Let's go short in a minute and reverse it. There we go, nothing new. Watch your toes there. Okay, Morris, thanks very much. They told me it weighs half a ton. I can see one cylinder, forward facing. Perhaps you'd like to tell us a bit about this bike.
This is another one I found in the garage in Wellingborough.
Can you tell me where this garage is?
No chance. It's a 1934 500S, which is overhead exhaust, side inlet, outside flywheel.
Banbury run next year.
In the grass. I did the Banbury run on my veteran this year.
All right. All right. See this one next time. Thanks. One of my favourites is the A50 T3, so it says on the side. I'm not really that well versed. Tell me a bit about your bike.
It's a 1978 bike. It's been restored about 3 years ago, but it still has the original switch gear, which is unusual.
I would say from the 20s or even earlier. Tell us a bit about it.
It's a 1915 Triumph Junior, or better known as the Baby Triumph. 225C 2-stroke, originally registered.
See it, man. I'm more Triumph. Tell me a bit about your bike.
I've had it 5 years, and it's got electronic ignition on it.
For reliability, I guess.
Sorry?
For reliability.
Oh yes, I was having quite a lot of trouble with the distributor when I first had it.
I've had it about 6 years. The sweep company is real, and it's just one of my toys.
So you don't go around sweeping chimneys on this anymore then?
No. I stopped by a real chimney sweep recently, and his hackles were up about...
And it's about the nastiest cycle motor that was ever sold.
Why have you got it?
Sheer perversity, I think.
You're obviously a masochist. What sort of size of the engine? Is that 50cc?
A whole 49, this one.
Oh, excellent. So it's a real pal pack.
Well, no, it's a very, very primitive 49. It was one of the...
All right, we've now got something which looks a little bit faster than the cycle motors. We've got two Suzuki Rotaries. One gent's going to be riding round, and the other one will. Behind him is Bob on his Triumph Trophy, which he recently bought from a gentleman in the Coventry area. Lovely, lovely bike, and he's keeping it in the same condition. Linda had the Tiger 100 for her 40th birthday. I think it must be about 30 or 40 years ago now, so it's getting on a bit. Just a minute. Scott Tourer, Flying Squirrel, and I just come back from the Isle of Man, and I was determined to take it round the T2 course, which I did. What was your time? 1 hour 55 minutes. Well, we've got another Scott here. This is quite a quiet machine. Obviously it's a racer. I think you'd better just go around the track. And there again, these were quite quick. I think you can smell the Castrol there. And don't underestimate a lady on a motorcycle. 4 strokes. Tell us a bit about your bike.
Well, I bought this when I was 16.
You've not had it long then?
No. Well, I actually gave it to my brother, who's riding around on the BSA.
Right.
He restored it to what we have now.
So what CC is it?
150.
Okay, did they make many of this model?
I don't think they do.
People will tell me I know nothing about much, but I'll pass you across this gentleman who's a specialist. Fransom. Dave Fransom, sorry.
I'll take over the microphone. It's a pretty well-known bike in vintage speedway circles, but it's been out of action, well, some say laid up for quite a long while. In fact, this is the
flight checks before takeoff.
So,
I think we're ready.
But what are you
actually
looking for?
That sounds expensive.
I think we'll put that down to a bit of running in. Just a sec. There's only the flywheel, so nothing too serious. It's a Triumph, obviously. That's why they call it Trusty Triumph.
Thank you. I'll give it over and round. Give her a whiz.
And I go, yeah, every time it comes on. Detailing. Red is a pastel blue, there's a black.